What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king, welcoming you back to more Let's Play Destiny. In the last episode, we took down a new Psyops battleground and received a lecture. Well, I guess we didn't receive the lecture, but Crow received a lecture from Lord Saladin about the concept of mercy. Let's just say that. Now, between episodes, I did another Psyops battleground run, which was in the playlist, thus allowing us to get our debriefing. So let's talk to Lord Saladin.
Have you ever met someone as frustrating as Crow? The Lucent Hive are killing Guardians in cold blood, and he wants to know if what we're doing hurts. I didn't want to encourage him, but when Zavala came in here, he asked me the same thing. I don't like to revisit the past, but Crow has got to learn perspective. I doubt he even heard what I said. As for me, I'll crack a hive open because I like the sound it makes. But I'd rather defeat them on the battlefield than in a lab. These demons have taken the light. They're killing Guardians. I saw a Hive Knight wielding a void shield. It's sacrilege. Nothing is more important than stopping them. These are desperate times, Guardian. I know it, you know it, and Crow. Let's hope he's a fast learner.
All right, there we are. Operation Elbrus done. We get ourselves another Umbral engram, and thus begins the next transmission.
We must be getting close to whatever the enemy is hiding. Their hostilities are escalating on all fronts. The single-minded cruelty of the new Hive reminds me of the old warlords. It's as though I never left the deep forests. Before all this, I was one of the last in the tower to have ever killed a ghost. But it seems that old brutality never stopped following us. If the Hive have taken our light, let us take their ferocity. Let us force them into the mindscape and smother their false light. Let us tear their schemes from their minds. Return to the battle, Guardian. Show them they've done nothing but teach us how to destroy them.
All right, and so the next step begins. Let's do it. So I'm going to grab a couple of things really quickly. Got Under Your Skin, which is a really nice bow, actually. One I like considerably more than the Strident Whistle I was using earlier. I think what I'm going to do is... I think I'm going to go with Weapon Decoding Clearance, just because we got that one done. And then... I don't think I'm really mess with anything else. I haven't unlocked anything else in collection, so I'm not going to mess with those either, but I would like to focus more stats in the future. We'll take a look at the console in a moment as I get rid of these. I think I'd rather have the... Well, maybe I should have kept the Disruption Break one. Well. It's fine, it's fine. I want to check my vault really quickly before we go any further with this quest. But we got a few things here. Let's see, what did we get here? Archer's Tempo opening shot. Not the best roll. I mean, it's something. It's probably just going to be... It's just for a pattern, basically. So I'm just going to dismantle that. Hopefully I can get a better roll of that a little bit later on. And I think I'll just use that NUD to infuse my really good one up. And there we go. Okay, so I guess we'll hit the console before we go any further. See what our next little conversation is.
Did you assure him that they aren't suffering?
It was a stupid question.
Saladin.
There's no answer I could have given that would satisfy him. It doesn't matter whether or not they suffer, if they're alive or dead or something in between. He sees himself in them, like he sees himself in Aldrin.
How do you know this?
I asked Keidel's scion. Crow radiates pain, he said. He's the one suffering, and in a way his ghost can't heal. I know what self-loathing feels like.
And I know grief.
This isn't anything like... You're stronger than he is.
And who helped me find that strength when I was at my lowest? himself for the innocence he lost. For the price of the truth.
He's going to hurt himself, or worse, hurt someone else.
You've always been more than a soldier, Saladin. You're a protector. So protect.
Okay. Another really important conversation to have about this. Okay, now we need to enter a PSYOPs battleground and find and eliminate a light hoarder. Intel suggests destroying Lucent beacons will be crucial to your victory. To access, select the helm from the destination, tab at the director, and choose the PSYOPs battlegrounds playlist. So we have to go back in once again and take care of one of these light hoarders. Now, these guys are not too hard to take care of. You just need to know exactly when they appear. Now, I do have another one of these done that I can get, so we can get some more insight for further upgrades on the table. But for right now, let's head on in and take care of this situation. I don't actually know which one we're going to get right from the start here. It obviously depends on whatever battleground we're in to see exactly where the light hoarder is going to spawn. But I'll see you all there in just a second. Now, it looks like we're getting the EDZ one, so this one should be relatively simple. So the light hoarder in this one actually spawns pretty darn early on, if I can actually get this going and actually land my shots here. Come here, you. Thank you. All right, so I've got a different machine gun this time around just to go with the Void Singe as opposed to my usual loadout here. Oh my goodness. All right, let's just keep going. So the light hoarder is going to spawn in this central area here relatively soon. If I can just get everybody here on the same page. Let's go, everybody. Start killing these guys. How many? And oh my gosh, these thrall are just kind of like spawning stationary. There we go. Wow, that was really strange. It seemed like not everybody had kind of loaded into the activity yet. So it was causing a lot of issues. But there we go. Kill all of those guys. And the knights, and then we can proceed. Hello, acolytes. These guys are gonna, I know are gonna try to sneak up on us. Okay, there's the light hoarder. So light hoarder is revealed. We need to kill this guy, and we need to kill him fast. So the way that this works is very, very simple. That person's gonna go up there, they're gonna shoot out the lantern, and now you can start dealing damage to this guy. Just pump everything you have into damaging him until he falls. Looks like that guy's got it. And there you go, you get some hoarded light for doing so. Now we just need to finish the actual activity, and we should be good to go. Okay, watch out. So let me just kind of make my way through this activity as fast as possible, because we've already seen this battlegrounds more than enough. So I'll meet you all at the end of it. And there we are. Made it to the end. Oh my goodness, that was very frustrating. We had a player that just kept AFKing the entire way through.
Speak, Guardian. Be sure it's something I want to hear. I'm looking down my list of targets. Who's the most dangerous? You come to me asking for choice assignments? Ha! Have you learned nothing? Running one op together doesn't mean you know me. I just want someone worthy of being hunted. Someone bad. Like a freshly wounded legionary, eager to prove their worth. I see you, Guardian.
All right, and now I got to run another one of those because I also have to open up the chest for it to count. Apparently, that wasn't enough. So, I will be back. And there we go. Okay, debrief a salad on the war table in the helm. Let's go do that really quickly, and then we can call this an episode. And we're just going to get ourselves another little hologram thingy.
You have done well. The Hive are in disarray. I spoke to the Scion running the equipment while you were gone, the one Keitel trusts above the others. I used words, while I allowed him to use telepathy. He hosted me in his mindscape. It was not what I had envisioned. A neutral place where we met as equals. He shared with me openly. He sees flashes of gray and red in the minds of the Hive. He interprets this as a vision. We will soon know where to attack. I was struck by the tone of his thoughts. His actions are heavy with a sense of duty. He does not enjoy working on an unwilling mind, no matter how wicked it may be. I mentioned Keitel, and he radiated warm feelings. Harsh, brutal feelings, but still warm. He and Keitel share an old friendship. Crow has been sulking more than usual lately. Perhaps I should encourage him to speak with the Scion as well. It may do him good. I will contact you when we have taken the new information from the Hive. Until then, Iron Will, Guardian.
And that is it. Very simple, very quick, week. This one, don't worry though, this is the last one. War Table Dispenser Rewards. Oh, we also get that as well for taking care of a certain amount of champions in a given week. And all sorts of other stuff. So I got all these umbrals. I'm actually going to spend a few of these on a couple of things. So I'm going to actually try to... What I'm going to do here, I'm going to demonstrate how this works exactly. So if you want to focus specific gear, all you have to do is set a specific stat that you want to focus on. So I'm going to pick discipline here, just as an example. And what we're going to do is we are going to decode a piece of legs, just to free up an umbral engram space. Now you can see here, discipline 20, but hey, we also got pretty good recovery on this one. Unfortunately, the resilience is kind of garbage, so I'm not going to end up using this one too heavily, but that is just an example of the kind of stat you can get on it. Now let's switch on over to resilience and see what we get out of that one. So let's try, I'm going to try the gloves this time and see if we can decode anything out of that. If not, get anything good. Oh, wow, 67 is not bad. I really wish... That's my only issue with these is while the resilience is so high, the stat spike and recovery and discipline just kills it for me, unfortunately. So I'm going to just kind of not keep that one. I'll keep the 69 though to infuse it into my standard armor piece, but that is essentially why you want to decode those armor pieces, because this is a good way to farm the absolute best armor you can get in the game outside of Artifice armor, which is its own beast that we talked about back during the 30th anniversary stuff for the master level dungeons. But that is pretty much everything. I might as well open up this as well. Let's see if we can get ourselves another peace of mind for our troubles. Compulsive Reloader and Harmony. Not bad. Okay, so we have a new quest activity available. And where is this at exactly? Enter Psyop's Battlecrown Moon to disrupt the ritual and to subdue the Lucent Hive Lieutenant. And we will be doing just that. Let me turn in another one of these for the insight. And we'll actually unlock a couple of things here that'll help us out a little bit. Let's go with, let's see, thermal activities, raids, dungeons. Light Hoarder squads would be a good one to do. And then Decoding Focused has a small chance to refund. Join Lucent Beacons. Let's go with that one. That would actually make my make my battleground runs a little bit easier. But I'm going to end this episode with one last piece of dialogue, and we'll take care of the Moon Psyops Battleground in the next episode.
I didn't expect your people to deploy a cannon quite that large. I don't think the Hive did either.
A cannon is unexceptional, no matter the size. But a Guardian with the tusks to climb into one and fire themselves at a Hive command ship?
When death is no longer an obstacle, it becomes a remarkable teacher.
Lessons learned in your crucible.
And the Iron Banner. Lord Saladin is very proud.
He may not appreciate the comparison, but he thinks like a Primus.
Empress, I know this is a sensitive topic, but how long do you believe your forces can commit to a sustained war against our enemies?
Until the last of us draws their final breath.
We have a loose assessment of your numbers, estimates on your fleet in orbit. If this is to become a permanent alliance...
Our war with the Hive is not a matter of strategy or force, Commander, but one of honor. Billions died on Toroboil. Countless more on other worlds of the Empire that collapsed to infighting or further invasion by Xivu Arath. Outside our rituals, the death of even one Cabal demands reprisal. A life for a life. The Hive have accrued a great debt.
And who will raise a monument to your people's honor when the last Cabal dies? Waging a war of vengeance.
You.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.